Welcome back for another episode of the Tail Corner Podcast. We miss you guys. Happy to be back. Kat, how you doing?
Pretty good. Can't complain. How have you been?
I'm good. Just ready to get to August so we can get these preseason games going, get some fine tuning, and get started.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I miss it so much.
Same.
So yeah, we haven't spoke since the collapse. I've been deflated since that beatdown. I was there in
Yeah.
Tennessee. What a miserable day. Um, yeah. Took a while to get
Yeah.
back here to muster up the energy to want to do this again, but it's a new season and we back, so let's get it.
Yeah, I hate that I was right. Because I was like, I think they're gonna, not make the playoffs. And you were like, you're being a Debbie Downer. And then I was right.
Yeah, and the way it happened too, that
It
should have
was
easily
so
been like
bad.
that
Oh,
could have easily been a 12-win season, especially with
oh,
all those like
easily.
backup quarterbacks and rookies we had at the back end. Like we should have ran
Yeah.
through that schedule.
I
But
have I have a I'm like the biggest Trevor defender. But honestly, if he hadn't gotten hurt in the Cincinnati game, I think that would have
oh
happened.
yeah. Oh,
Because
of
he
course.
was like going off in that game. It
Yeah,
was
that was
wild.
one of his best games of his career. He was
Yeah,
just cooking.
he really
Okay.
was.
Yeah, so let's jump from the top. Let's get into the draft. Well,
Okay.
the start of off season is really free agency, but we'll go a little bit backwards. Let's start with the draft. Jags made a lot of picks. We'll start from the top. Round one,
BTJ.
Jags were on the clock at 17, traded back, got a fifth this year, a third and a fourth for next year. By all NFL draft charts, it seems that they won the trade and they drafted Brian Thomas Jr., who Trent Baalke said they were comfortable picking at 17. How do you feel?
I liked him. I liked that pick a lot. Um, I don't know. We need a potential wide receiver one. So we don't really have that at the moment. I guess our wide receiver one would be Christian Kirk.
Yeah, and that's not a bad thing either,
It's not.
but you want Christian Kirk isn't like what you want your wide receiver one to be. So
Yeah.
I think yeah, it
I
was
think it's
much
a good
needed.
pick.
Yeah, we needed some more. We needed a guy that could run. Um, Gabe Davis is a deep guy, but he's more like a 4-5 guy. He's not really a burner, a
Mm-mm.
blazing speed guy.
Yeah, he wasn't
Christian
that in
Kirk,
college either.
no, it wasn't. Christian Kirk is quick, not fast. He's not a 4-2 guy either. So it's nice that they got someone with elite speed. Um, I love that he doesn't have to be the number one option right away. Let's let him grow into it. Let's let him cook with Trevor, get some chemistry. Trevor now has a young quarterback to grow with. So I love the pick. Um, Picking up a third and a fourth in next year's draft, which is supposed to be fully loaded now that we've came out of the COVID year stuff from NCAA eligibility. So there's gonna be a lot of people coming out next year. Smart move, man. An extra third and fourth to go
Yeah.
back a couple spots and a fifth this year.
Yeah.
My God. Like, I hope Dallas Turner turns out to be a baller for them. But yeah, I think we did really good in round one. We'll jump to round two. Mason Smith, the LSU Tiger.
Yes. A lot of LSU happening, which I know you're happy about.
You know that. Yeah, Mason Smith, man.
I don't
Uh,
know much about him, I'm not gonna lie. So
Trent
I'll
Baalke,
let you take this one.
yeah, Trent Baalke prototype. Long pause, just a big, physical guy. 2021 all SEC rookie or all SEC freshman team. Guy was dominant, man. Like came onto the scene as a freshman and took over the SEC. I mean, he was damn good. Like following that season, people were talking about this guy being a lot for a top 10 pick when he came out in the draft. So the injury happened first game of the season the next year, tore his ACL, some other ligaments in his knee, kind of working his way back last year, wasn't quite the same player, and then got healthy towards the end of the year, start coming on a little bit. So, hey, let's see what we can do. Ryan Nielsen's a D line guru, right? He got Cam Jordan and all those guys playing the way they've been playing. He got,
True.
the Atlanta Falcons defensive line playing much better last year compared with some bad players, by the way.
Yeah.
But he has a lot more talent on the D line this year in Jacksonville. So I'm excited as him playing a position as as a former defensive lineman himself. So yeah, I'm all about it. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, I'm excited for that as well.
Third round, pick 96, Jerry Jones, cornerback out of FSU. What do you think?
I actually was really happy with this. I think he's a really good player. I watched him a little bit at FSU, and I think it was a good pick. I know some people don't agree, but he's like really quick, and I feel like will also be able to like fight for the ball a little bit better.
Hmm. Yeah, I think I went back and watched them all 22 of them, a couple games. Just watching them on film. Guys instinctive. Not the best run defender, but
That
he's
is true.
scrappy. Yeah, he's scrappy. He's a guy that's gonna fight for the ball. I think he's an elite nickel guy. Um, I'm not sure what's going to happen with him and Darnell Savage for the nickel position. Um, but I think, yeah, that's a guy where, you draft him in the top 100 picks, let him grow into the nickel role over the year, and then going forward, he's a full-time starter at the position. Outside corner, um, I went back and watched a little bit of the 2022-23 film. Not the best outside guy, but he didn't really give up touchdowns either. So it was kind of like a little bit of up and down. I'm curious to see how he develops and if they try to stick him inside or if they let him go out and compete with Ronald Darby from day one. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Two fourth-round picks, Javon Foster and Jordan Jefferson. What do you think?
I like both of them, I guess. I don't really know anything about either of them.
Yeah, Javon Foster, Senior Bowl guy, damn good lineman. He's been, a 4-year starter, just a solid guy overall. Um, does he play left tackle, right tackle? I think he can play either side. So he's a good insurance policy. Now the Jags have four good offensive tackles. If you have three, you're in elite position. So we have potentially four, depending on how he develops. So
True.
I think that's a little bit of a plot for the future with Cam Robinson and Walker Little both being in contract years. One of those guys probably walk, one may stay. Now you got your swing guy ready to go when the other one leaves. So, I mean, to grab that guy in the fourth round, hell of a pick by Balky. So I'm all okay about it. And then Jordan Jefferson, space eater in the middle. He was only at LSU for 1 year, so I didn't get to see, his whole career go down. But came over from West Virginia. Solid guy, man. Run stuffer. He can penetrate the gap too. It's kind of similar to Devon Hamilton. The
Mm.
guy was the strongest person at the combine, did the most reps on the bench press. Just a freak of nature, man. I think we needed more strength in the middle. Derrick Henry is now gone, and we finally get stronger
Yeah.
in the middle. How
Right.
lucky are we? But I think we needed somebody. I think we needed to strengthen up and get some Devon Hamilton insurance because I'm not sure if he'll come back to the form we once saw.
Yeah. I think they got two in round five. It
Yeah,
was
and then
Deontay Prince and Keelan Robinson.
if you follow me on X, you know that I've been a little bit of a DeAndre Prince guy before the draft. We did some, breakdowns of his film and shared some clips there. Solid guy, man. Good potential. Fast as hell. 4.2 guy. Um, Instinctive. Got beat a couple times on some deep balls. Brian Thomas Jr. beat him on a slot fade for a touchdown. I think it was funny too because the night they drafted Brian Thomas Jr. posted the highlights. I was like, but DeAndre Prince a Jaguar this week, so and then it literally happened. Like, what are the odds of that shit actually
That's
happening?
nice.
Yeah. But Keelan Robinson, I think nobody knows, right? He got barely got carries in college.
Yeah.
He's a return guy. So I mean, let's see how he does with returns. And if he can give you anything as a running back in the fifth round, thumbs up. And then the last two picks, Cam Little, the kicker out of Arkansas, and Miles Cole, edge.
Yeah.
We needed a kicker.
Yes.
Joey Sly was signed in free agency. Literally was cut like right
Cut.
after the draft. uh, Shout out to Joey Sly, man. He's a Stafford, Virginia legend. So
Nice.
little little local tip there. But yeah, I'm excited for Cam Lowe. He's what, 20 years old. The guy can't even drink a beer. He looks like a kid out there. I don't know if you've seen any pictures of him.
I have not.
He is literally like the smallest and youngest guy probably in the NFL. He
That's
literally
funny.
looks like a kid. Like it's so funny. But yeah, hell of a leg. He got some walk-off kicks against my school. I've seen him kick, plenty of times in the SEC, and he's a pretty good kicker. So
Nice.
excited to see what comes about there. And then Miles Cole, yeah, not gonna lie, I haven't watched the 7th round draft picks film, but he seems
Same.
to be, yeah.
I have no idea.
But yeah, his length is crazy. Pause. Just a big guy, physical. If he can develop and give you anything in the 7th round, great. Most of these guys don't make NFL rosters, especially in the class that was known to be pretty weak at the bottom. So if he could turn out to be anything, 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
And that
Yes.
was our draft class. Again, don't judge these guys too early. Let's give them 2, 3 years and see how they develop and what becomes of it. So
Actually, they have to be amazing right away.
yes,
Instant gratification.
they have to be key
That's a joke.
contributors right
That's
away.
a joke.
Shout out to Brenton Strange and Tank Bigsby, by the way. All right,
Oh,
let's jump
funny.
over to free agency.
Yeah.
Um, where do you want to start? Let's start with the defensive additions of Eric Armstead and Darnell Savage. What do you think?
Okay. I was so excited when they got Eric Armstead. I was like,
Yeah.
finally, someone to help out Josh Allen. I mean, like, Trayvon Walker obviously got better as the season went on last year, and I think that he'll
Mhm.
keep getting better. But I was just really excited. I don't know much about Darnell Savage, but everyone says that that was a good addition. So I just believe you guys.
Yeah, I'll start with Eric. I mean, a solid veteran who's played over a decade in the
Yeah,
NFL, drafted by Trent Baalke, which is funny. That's one of his only
right.
hits in San Francisco. He's like, "Hey, I
Literally.
drafted that guy. That's one of my hits." And it was funny to see him like come in and say that he actually likes Trent Baalke and have a good relationship. People
Yeah, I
were like,
know.
wait a minute, players like Baalke?" And I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
he's on the field. Like he's acting like he's a coach half the time. I'm sure they probably do.
Yeah.
Um, and then, yeah, Darnell Savage, watched a little bit of the film. Um, Former high draft pick, out of Maryland, instinctive, made a lot of good plays over the last couple years. Has kind of played nickel, has played a lot of that deep safety, rangy guy, good range. I know we're probably gonna go a lot of too high safety looks, so I'm curious to see how they split that up. But
Yeah.
he's not a good tackler. I've seen plenty clips and plenty plays of him just horrendous in open field with tackling. So I'm a little worried about
Just
that
what
as a
we
safety.
needed.
Yeah.
It's
let's
so
trade
on brand.
let's trade Rayshawn Jenkins for goddamn Darnell
So
Savage.
savage.
Thumbs up. Two bad tacklers.
Oh,
Um
Jesus.
yeah, but he's fast. He brings a lot of speed to the game. I think Rayshawn was a little slower, a couple steps behind on some plays, especially on some passing routes where he wasn't quite back as deep enough as he probably needed to be. And I think Darnell Savage gives you an upgrade athletically. So let's see if he can
Nice.
put it all together here and come up big. Then I'll ask you about the offensive additions. We have Mitch Morris, who should be starting over Luke Fortner,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
even though Doug hasn't declared it yet. He's still kind of Mitch or Luke. Fuck out of here, Doug.
Yeah,
Um,
fuck. I
and then we
hate
got
Luke Fortner.
and then we
Luke
got
Fortner has no haters. I'm dead. I can't
yes.
stand him.
Oh my God, poor
Oh
Luke Fortner.
God. Oh no, I'm sorry.
And then we got Gabe Davis and Devin Duvernay on the offensive side of the ball. How do you feel about those newcomers?
Okay. I am really excited for Mitch Morse because he better be the starting center because I can't stand Luke Fortner. He's terrible. Um, Devin Duvernay, I'm also really excited about. I think he is a better return man than what's his name?
Swag new.
Yeah. I was like, that's oh my God, it was like right there. Jamal Agnew. Sorry, I forgot his name.
Yeah, one of my best friends
Oh yeah,
online, by
he's
the
like
way.
obsessed with you. It's so funny.
That's the
He's
homie online.
always in your mentions. And then I am a huge Gabe Davis fan. I went to UCF. I watched him play all 4 years in college while he was there, or three. I don't even remember how long he was there. I can never remember anymore. But I watched his entire college career and I kept up with him in Buffalo. I think he is a really reliable wide receiver. Maybe he wasn't in Buffalo. I don't know. Whatever. I don't really give a fuck about that because you look at Evan Ingram and look what he did when he came to Jax. So that's why like that shit kind of annoys me. I really think that Gabe Davis will be really good for the team. I think he's going to do better than people think. And he's already shown that he's doing a lot more to build relationships with the team than Calvin Ridley ever did. So, I mean, like the first week he was here, he was like at the freaking PGA tour with Trevor and Christian
Yeah,
Kirk. I
yeah,
don't think I ever once saw Ridley going out with any of the other guys on the team. So, he's attempting to like create like the chemistry and the relationships and I love him. I'm a UCF fan, so that's where I went to school. I'm gonna, I want him to be successful. I was
yeah.
so excited when they got him. I was like, yes, Gabe Davis.
Yeah, nah, that's one of the bright stars so far coming out of UCF the last couple years. And then yeah, Mitch Morris, above average starter in the league, ranked somewhere between that like 12 to 14, 15, top center. So hey, above average compared to Luke
Yeah,
Fortner is night and day, okay? Um
literally.
Solid veteran, started a lot of games, started a lot of playoff games. Was with Doug Peterson back in Kansas City. Has played with Pat Mahomes, has played with Josh Allen, has seen every defense that, every defensive front, every setup that you can probably throw at the guy. Smart, intelligent. So yeah, I think he can communicate at a high level and get us in the right protection schemes and help Trevor out a lot with his experience versus Luke Fortner, who has the same amount of experience as Trevor. So
Yeah,
I think that's good. And then, yeah, Devin Duvernay, his role decreased a little bit on offense now that they got more weapons in Baltimore. So we didn't really see
true.
much of the receiver, Devin Duvernay. But yeah, Pro Bowl return man, all pro return man. Um,
Great.
yeah, that's all you need to know. Thumbs up there. And then Gabe Davis. Yeah, I'm excited for his addition. I think, he got coined the name Big Play Gabe in Buffalo. Um, Everybody remember like the big three touchdown playoff game that he broke out in. Uh Most of his catches went for either a first down or a touchdown. I think it was like around 75% of his catches went for a touchdown or first down. Um, Pretty good average per reception. I mean, it got solid. Like there's nothing to really hate on him about. Some people are saying he's a wide receiver three. I think
I
maybe an
disagree.
elite offense, but I think he's more of a wide receiver too. Um, and it's good. They got Kirk, they got him, and then let's hope Brian Thomas Jr. develops into a wide receiver one, and we'll be good to go. If not, we'll have a cast of twos that bring different superpowers. We got a speed guy, we got a big play, deep threat guy. We got Christian Kirk who loves to he's just great at beat man coverage. Like he's just a man beater. He's great at the intermediate short stuff. Evan Ingram, part of the receiving game, good at short to intermediate stuff. So, I mean, we got all the different elements of the pass game and a bunch of different people, even if we don't have a one. So, um,
True.
I think that's enough for Trevor Lawrence to work with.
I agree.
And then, yeah, schedule release. So, last year, obviously, they couldn't top that video. I think that video was probably the best schedule release ever. I'm maybe biased as a Jags fan, but that the
No, it was
actual
pretty good.
yeah, that was pretty solid, and I saw they
Yeah.
won the Webby Award for it as well. So, yeah, an award-winning video schedule release is more than you can ask for. This year, it was okay. I like the concept and trying to take it back and giving us further notion that throwbacks will be back this summer. Just show us the damn jerseys.
right?
Did you see the Giants throwback jerseys that were released today?
They're so ugly. Of
I
course I
like
saw
them.
them. I'm in New York and
Yeah.
I work with Giants fans and they were like, "Oh, look at this. Look at." Just like, "Oh my God." Oh, I'm glad that you like them. No one that I work with likes them. So,
People hate the tan pants. Like
yeah,
everybody
yeah,
hates the tan
honestly, I think
pants.
that is the issue is the pants.
Yeah, but I like the helmet and the jerseys though. But the tan pants, I'm always indifferent about. I'm like, yeah. Even when Green Bay did the
The
tan
tan.
pants, I
Yeah.
was like, ah.
Yeah, my
Speaking of,
favorite.
oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I was gonna say something totally off tangent, so you can just say what you were gonna say. Sorry.
Oh yeah, and I was about to say, speaking of this season and throwbacks, the rumors are that the alternate helmet that the Jaguars pick is the white one that's been shown on Fanatics. So I'm curious how all white helmet will fit with the throwbacks.
Weird. I don't like it.
Yeah. Unless they're
Black
going with the
helmet.
unless they're going with the white throwback jersey with the white helmet. But even then, no, it's gonna be a little bit of a stretch.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't
unless they're
like
gonna do
it.
like a because the white with the teal pants is horrible.
Yes,
I don't like it. I mean, they could do the white with the black pants, but with a white helmet, it's just gonna be weird, man. So they need to just announce the official alternate helmet and show us which jersey.
I agree.
Which throwback jersey are you rooting for? Teal or black?
Oh, I love the throwback black jersey,
Okay.
but like I just love that jersey. I think it's so like smooth looking, like it's so
Yeah.
nice. But the teal one's like the classic. So I guess
Yeah.
I guess I gotta root for that one because it's like the OG.
Yeah.
But I do prefer the black one.
Yeah.
I
It's
just
tough.
we just had such good uniforms back in the 90s. Like they were so good, like possibly some of the best in the league.
Oh
And they're
yeah.
so boring right now. I don't like them right now. They're boring. I want them to like make new uniforms that bring back the style of like the 90s uniforms. I need that. But I like the new logo because it looks more like a cat.
Yeah. I
And like
agree.
I don't know. I have such like weird feelings about like the logo because like I like it now because it looks more like a cat, but I associate the new logo with us being really bad because we were always really good with the old logo. And then once we got the new
Yeah.
logo, that's kind of like when like the bad stretch of like years started.
Yeah.
Um, but I do like that it looks like a cat now. I appreciate that. But I wouldn't mind if they could like bring back like maybe like the like full body jaguar. I would like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that would be pretty sick. I love
Um,
that. Yeah. Just the nostalgia there is just crazy. I love that. But yeah,
yeah.
I think I'm rooting for the black. But the
It's so
teal is such a
nice.
class. Like I'm
It
getting
is.
it. I'm if they do throwbacks with the current players like jerseys that you can buy, I'm for sure buying the Josh Allen. Like I have
Oh, for
to.
sure. I love Josh Allen.
Speaking of, we haven't even discussed his extension yet. Made him one of the top three highest paid defensive players in the entire NFL.
I love him.
Massive, massive, massive deal. Number two at the edge position. What a deal, man. How you feel about Josh Allen getting that much money?
As he should. It shouldn't have taken them as long as it did. I was pissed that they tagged him instead of Ridley. Like it really annoyed me a lot.
Yeah,
But
and I don't.
I don't know. Who knows? I maybe Calvin Ridley's not as good of a receiver as I thought he was going to be. And he's been kind of shady since he went to the Titans. So, you know what? Good riddance, I guess.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
anyways, I'm very happy for Josh Allen. He deserved it. It should have happened earlier, and you know that I love Josh Allen. He's like my favorite player.
Yeah, shout out to the channel, man. I think the channel definitely knows how we feel about Josh Allen, especially Kat. Every episode, Kat's like, I love Josh Allen.
That's my
She gets
man.
she gets that in at least one time an episode. But yeah, I
I
think
have to.
his story was pretty cool. Did you watch the podcast with him and Eric Armstead?
I haven't had a chance to do that. No.
Oh, it's pretty good. Like he goes on about his whole life and growing up. So I won't spoil it for you guys or maybe some of the listeners that haven't seen it, but go check out that third and long episode with Josh Allen and Eric Armstead. They just talked about like their vision for, playing with each other and how they're gonna push each other and how they view the team so far and what they think they could be this year. So it's just great to see those guys starting that bond and just talking about actual, life events before football. And Eric Armstead gave a little bit of his life in there too. So I won't spoil it, but just go watch it. It's pretty good.
Okay, will do.
So we talked about schedule release, but let's talk about the actual schedule.
Oh
Um,
yeah, okay.
a lot of people are being weird online. Um,
Worried?
just being weird. Like a
Weird.
lot,
Okay.
yeah, some people like coming out with these weird projections, like, oh, I think the Jaguars are going to start off like 0-4, 0-5. And it's like,
Oh, I don't agree with that.
that's a tough sell. The beginning of the season is always so different. Like, so
Yeah.
many teams are still figuring themselves out. Like,
Well, and like we're playing the Bills, and the Bills are almost always not very good at the beginning of the season, and then they turn it up at the end of the season. So I wouldn't be
yeah,
surprised if we beat them again.
yeah, especially without
Even though
Stephon
I know
Diggs.
it's at yeah, they don't have Stephon Diggs. I know it's at, their house. And I'm not
Yeah,
saying that to like discredit the Bills or anything. I do think that they on paper are technically the better team. And, they have Josh Allen, which is supposedly a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence. Um, sorry. I know that that's like a true statement. Don't worry. For people that are gonna be like, she hates Josh Allen. I do. But I think we could beat the Dolphins, the Browns, and the Bills and the Texans. I think all four games are very winnable. It just depends. It kind of just depends how certain games go. Because like with the Dolphins, if you can get to a little, then usually a win.
yeah. I guess yeah. Let's jump from the top. So right out the gate at South
Dolphins.
Beach, week one. Yeah, we saw what the Dolphins were last year with Tua healthy the entire time. Much better team. Um, of course, Tyreek Hill's there, Jalen Waddle's there.
Is what's his
They
face still there? Ramsey?
Yeah, got
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey revenge game. Um, man, yeah, it's gonna be a great one out the gate. Their defense is good, man. They got a lot of, they got the young edge rushers there, coming off injury and stuff too. So we'll see if they're ready by the opener. But hell of a way to start the season, honestly. I think that's a tough one. That's one of our tougher games. So I'm glad we get them at the beginning. Because they'll still be working out the kinks just like we are. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, these are definitely all four like important AFC games that are going to have a playoff
Oh yeah,
implication
playoff
later.
implication. Yeah, right out the gate. Speaking of the next one, home opener, Cleveland Browns, Deshaun Watson coming to town.
Boo! I hate that guy. I
Yeah, their
hate
roster
that.
hasn't really changed much from last year. Um, and they beat our ass last year, but that was such a weird game with
That was a very weird game.
Joe Flacco. Yeah, that was just yeah, sure.
That was a
Um,
bad stretch of games.
yeah, like
Okay,
we
let's keep
couldn't.
going.
Yeah,
The Bills, we always beat the Bills, so I think we're going to beat them.
yeah, yeah. We always beat the Bills.
And wait a minute, isn't the Bills game Sunday night football or like Monday night football or
Monday.
something?
Yeah,
That's
Monday Night
crazy because
Football.
I did
That's
not think that we were going to get another Monday night game after the Cincinnati game, but the Cincinnati game, I guess, was a great game.
it
Like it
was. It
pissed
was
it
one of the
pissed me
highest
off
watch.
as a Jaguar fan because freaking Trevor got hurt, and so I was pissed the whole time. Then I was mad because they called that ticky tacky flag in overtime, which I'm not saying that that's why we lost the game. I'm not saying that I can't stand people who blame refs
Oh,
for
you
losing.
talking about the holding penalty on Anton?
Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
for
bro,
the
you don't
touchdown.
you don't call that shit there. Whatever.
Yeah.
I've moved on, not really. But um as a fan of the Jags, that was a horrible game because we lost by a freaking field goal. But I'm sure that if you're not a fan of the Jags, that was a fantastic game because
Yeah.
it went back and forth and
Back
back
and
and forth,
forth.
and then it went into overtime, and freaking Trevor was doing like a fucking clinic. But then our defense
Yeah.
didn't show up. I was pissed.
Yeah.
I really thought we were gonna win it after Josh Allen had the pick six.
Yeah, let's not get into last year.
But we're moving on. We're moving on. Okay, so let's see. The next one's the Texans. What do you think about that? I think that can go either way as always.
At Houston, yeah, I fucking, you know,
I hate
I did like
CJ.
CJ Stroud, but now everybody's making me fucking hate CJ Stroud. So
Oh yeah, same.
yeah, I
I
think,
didn't like him to begin with because he went to Ohio State and I hate Ohio State and I hate everyone that's associated with Ohio State. So I didn't like him before then.
but
But
you
I
loved Urban Meyer.
no, I didn't.
I'm just
Oh
joking.
my God. I hate Urban Meyer. I'm Urban Meyer's biggest hater. I hate that motherfucker. Sorry.
No, you
Sorry.
good.
Okay. Um, no,
But
I
yeah,
don't like CJ Stroud anymore because the online community has just been so obnoxious about him. It's
oh
his rookie
yeah.
year.
Yeah, they're glazing CJ Stroud right now, and it's annoying. But yeah, I think catching them early. Stephon Diggs is there now. Some huge additions. Daniil Hunter, a much improved team on paper, and they already won the division last year. So I mean, yeah, they got to come strap up and play at the end of the day. So let's see. Let's take it to their ass at Houston. That'll be an interesting one. Then we
Yeah.
got the Colts at home.
Yeah, we're gonna beat them. We
When
always beat
we
them.
always beat the Colts at home, just pencil
Yeah.
that shit in now.
We'll probably give them a nice good beat down as we always do.
Yeah, exactly. AR-15 might get knocked out by Cisco again. Um,
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
and then we go across the pond. We got potentially two rookie quarterbacks back to back. We got the Bears, and then we got the sorry ass Patriots.
Yeah, these should both be wins in my opinion. I
The
have a good buddy who's a Bears fan, so I know like she's super excited because they got Caleb
Mhm.
Williams and is it Rome? Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Roma Dunze, Keenan
Adunze.
Allen. Yeah, their offense got
So
better.
yeah, but I still think it's a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
You gotta win that.
Yeah, I think our defense could potentially be top five once they get into form. So, yeah, I'm not too scared of a rookie quarterback, even though he has probably the best trio of wide receivers we've ever seen for a
Probably.
rookie quarterback. I mean, god damn, DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, Keenan Allen as a rookie, bro. That's what you throwing to.
Yeah,
That's pretty solid. All right,
that is pretty
let's
nice.
move on. We got to get through the rest of these before the timer runs off.
Yeah, we're
Green
not doing
coming
well.
home. We got Aaron Rodgers who makes his own research up. Uh,
No, it's Packers. Aaron Rodgers on the Jets
Oh
now.
no. Yeah, sorry. We got Aaron Rodgers' old team. We got Jordan Love
You do.
at
This
home.
this could go either way, in my opinion. It could be a
Yeah,
win, it could be a loss.
young scrappy playoff team from last year. Let's see what they do. They didn't really get too much better in the offseason, so I'm not really scared of them either way it goes. Next is the big game I think most people will be traveling to at
Eagles.
Philly, Sunday night football.
Yeah.
Man, Lincoln
I think
Field's
that'll be a
always
great
rocking.
game.
Always
I don't know if
rocking.
we'll win, but
And we got Vikings at home, at
hmm
Detroit, bye week, Houston, at Tennessee, Jets at home. There we get Aaron Rodgers.
yeah.
At the they put the damn Raiders game Christmas week and then
I know,
Titans
I
and
saw that
Colts.
shit.
But yeah, we're down to the last minute, guys. We'll make our schedule predictions when we get a little bit closer, but love you guys. Peace.
Bye.
Like, subscribe, share. Thanks if you made it to the end.
Thank you.